Hi, my name is Kira, and I am a recovering people pleaser. Oh, but enough about me. What do you need? How are you? What can I do to make your day easier? Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm Kira Wackett. Thanks for joining me for another video as we work to empower and equip you with the confidence and skills to write your own story so that you can live your life on purpose. Today we're talking about people pleasing, human giving, and losing yourself and becoming everything for everyone else. So let's get real about people pleasing. I've always done it, or at least had the propensity to do it. It almost feels like a compulsion. I have to take care of everyone else, and it must be my fault when something goes wrong. But what leads us to take on this burden of responsibility, losing ourselves in the drive to be accepted and belong? And why do I always feel more anxious and alone when I do it? Can you guess the culprit? Yes, shame, or the threat to human connection. Shame is the constant and pervasive fear of connection and belonging. It operates under the assumption that we're inherently not good enough, and the only way to belong is to make sure no one sees these deficits in our true selves. As such, it does what it can to mitigate the threat by forcing us to adapt our behaviors and interpersonal relationships. And its best line of defense? People-pleasing. The hope? If I can be of service to others, they'll need me. And if they need me, I will have a guaranteed connection, thus eliminating the fear of becoming obsolete. But what's the impact? We fill every mental, emotional, and spiritual void with others' burdens. We devote all of our time to the service of others, and when we're not actively engaged in taking care of people, we do our best to anticipate the needs of others. In this, we often open up the door to allow others' repressed emotions, shame, and worry into our lives, only exacerbating the negativity we hold within ourselves. But here's the thing. For some time, this will work. We can take on the role of selective inferiority to all others, serving and anticipating their every need, and we'll, in some ways, feel more connected, more valuable. But at what cost? For me, it was the cost of my voice and my confidence. I lost my ability to stand up for myself and assert my needs. I became passive in the hopes of being wanted and liked, and by only giving my energy to those around me, never replenishing it or recharging it by taking care of my own needs and wants, I found myself mentally, emotionally, and physically unwell. My energy reserves were depleted, the number of masks I wore infinite, and the feeling of genuine connection was absent. I felt more alone than ever before. I was hopeless and bordering on suicidal, and that is the power of shame. Shame's false promises distract you with false hope while stealing your authenticity, leaving you feeling resentful, fatigued, and hopeless. And from there, you've got a one-way ticket to resentment, isolation, anger, and fear, all of which work to keep you even more disconnected from the world around you. So what's the answer? No, I'm not suggesting that we stop showing up for each other or leading with empathy and compassion for others, or even that we stop giving energy to caring about what people think. It isn't about moving from giving all of ourselves to none of ourselves. It's about creating greater clarity on the why that drives us in our actions to please others. It's about generating insight and having the ability to challenge the notion that we must be universally liked and useful to be of worth and value. We can show compassion and support without losing ourselves. And better yet, we can also show up for ourselves, working to build greater connections within ourselves and with others. So what's the why that drives you to take on the burdens of others, casting your own needs and pain to the wayside? How do you find shame and fear to be motivating your behavior? Where did it come from? Early experiences, others' expectations? How might you better separate when showing up for others for adaptive versus maladaptive reasons? So for example, if I give my time to others after considering my own needs, that's adaptive, versus I feel obliged to be there for people whenever they need it and without considering my own needs and self-care. Maladaptive. What's one small change you can then make today? So let us know what's coming up for you in the comments so we can build a community of support for each other that can amplify over time and show up louder than our shame. Be sure to check out the show notes for links to some additional tools and resources to help you go from human giver to simply human. If you still need to join the AR Insider, click that link in the notes and get yourself on the list to get exclusive content I don't share anywhere else. And if you like what you're hearing, give me a thumbs up and share this video with someone who could benefit from it. And if you want to stay connected to all the work I do on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Remember, you have the right to author your own story. So let's go get that pen back. See you next time.